show that proves you don't need to be an expert to be a great artist. Get ready for a day filled with creativity and arts like these.
A magical stick that can control the rain. A funny design that will make you want to cook. A technique to create characters non-stop. A unique piece that will make you feel like a star. And the amusing comments from our eco-artist, Vincent Van Coconut.
There's a legend I want to tell you about, and it goes a bit like this. Once upon a time, there was a jungle covered with lush tall trees and beautiful flowers. But the days of a terrible drought came, and all the flowers and trees began losing their petals and leaves. The animals were losing their source of food, and so they decided to summon the great musician who had the power to make it rain. The wise and great musician came into the forest and played his magical instrument, the rain stick. As soon as he played, the sound of his wonderful instrument invited rain from the sky. And as the rain fell, the flowers of the jungle bloomed and the trees became green again. Doesn't the sound from the rain stick actually sound like falling rain? Would you like to have your own rain stick? To make one, you need 2 cardboard tubes from paper towel rolls. And don't worry if the tubes have any marks of glue or paper left over from use. When you paint them, you won't be able to see them. You just have to put them together with tape. Here. Once you do that, it will look like this. Easy, right? Now we have the structure and we can get to work. Stuff the tubes with paper towel or newspaper, whichever you have at home. And once it is stuffed, use a pencil to make holes along these spiral lines, because it's easier to make a hole in the tube here. And start making your holes. There. See how the paper helps prevent the tube from denting when you press it? Make sure the holes are not too big. You'll soon see why. When you're done, it will look like this, with lots of holes. Now you'll need a few wooden skewers about this size. Take a look at what comes next.
Okay.
We'll take a wooden skewer and measure the width of the tube, making sure to leave a little bit extra on each side. We'll make a mark and cut the skewer there. Now we'll repeat this measurement on the other skewers and cut them. Finally, we'll stick them in the holes, running them through the tube from side to side, like this. Keep in mind that part of the skewer should remain visible. There you go.
Here is the tube with all the skewers running through it. The ends are sticking out and they're jammed in place so that they won't fall out. What you need now are 2 plastic caps like these from containers that you no longer use. You can reuse them to seal the openings at both ends, so they should be the same width as the tube. Place one on one end and stick it with tape. You can use as much as you need, just like this. If you can't find caps this size, you can make some yourself from cardboard and stick them with tape. Now to create the sound of raindrops, you need a handful of small pebbles. When they knock against the crisscross skewers, they will recreate the sound effect of falling water droplets. You can pour them in with a very simply made Art Attack funnel, which is a rolled up piece of cardboard. But remember, the tip of the funnel must be big enough so that the pebbles don't get stuck. And now, don't be afraid to pour the pebbles in. Then, put the cap on this side and stick it with tape. And listen. It sounds just like rainfall. Now we're going to seal our rain stick to make it sound even better. Watch closely. To do so, we'll cover the rain stick with pieces of paper towel and Art Attack tape, which, as you know, is made with equal parts of water and glue. Work patiently
and make sure to cover the entire piece properly. You'll have to apply a few layers to completely cover the tips of the skewers. It would be a good idea to listen to your favorite music while you cover the rain stick with paper towels. You can even ask a friend to help you. When you're done, let it dry. And now you can begin to draw. In this design, it will be a series of zigzag lines. Something very simple, but eye-catching.
All we have to do now is to give our design the color we want. Since it's a musical instrument related to nature, we'll choose cheerful colors. Bring along your brushes and paints.
Begin by painting the ends and some lines in the design blue. Do you prefer green? You choose the colors. And try to make your magical rain stick look amazing. Color this part black. And what do you think of this pink? Looks good, doesn't it? The light yellow will lend this rain stick the energy of the sun. It looks perfect here, between the black and the pink. We'll color these lines white. Finally, to make the rain stick look very cheerful, we'll add tiny little dots of different colors throughout the design. See how good it looks with this final touch?
Now that you know how to make a rain stick, you can share this legend with your friends. And the flowers in the trees of our story will grow happily. Very nice. Now here's another design. The African rain stick. This rain stick has a geometrical design with very bright colors. And look, the sign of a lion. Because this rain stick is a treasure that belongs to the king of the jungle. Listen to the way it sounds. Whoa! And if a long time has passed since it last rained in the king's land and the animals are thirsty, here we have a much larger rain stick. Listen to the way this one sounds. Whoa! That's so cool! Now it's your turn to reuse cardboard tubes, become a musician, and build your very own rain stick to have fun with.
Hello, this is Vincent Van Coconut, the musician of the sea. Let's watch again at how to make a rain stick. Tape 2 cardboard tubes together, then stuff them with paper towels and use a pencil to make holes in them. Run them through with wooden skewers cut into smaller pieces. Put a cap on one end of the tube and pour a handful of pebbles inside. Seal the tube with the other cap and cover it with paper towels and Artitech paste until you've completely covered the skewers sticking out. Then, paint it with your favorite colors. My musical instrument works wonderfully! Now I'll wait for the rain to fall over my island. Because being a coconut tree, I get the nutrients from the earth when the ground gets wet. Remember, you can collect rainwater to water your garden.
Would you like to see Alex's latest big idea? The other day, he was at a restaurant when some loud noises from the kitchen caught his attention. So he peeked in to see what was happening. And what he saw was, I'd better let him show us himself. Guess what he did? And where he placed a few blue plates like these.
Uh-oh! A chef!
What a great design! Did you guess what part he used the blue plates for? Well, let's see. There he is grabbing a few plates and he places them. Aha! The part of the stove. An excellent idea, Alex. This looks like a regular old box. But in a few minutes, we'll turn it into an art box. This will become a great stamp which you will be able to create many fun characters with. For this, you'll need to use rubber foam, which is this material right here. Check it out.
Place the box over the piece of foam rubber, trace his outline with a black pencil, and then cut out the square shape. Make another one just like it. Now draw an oval inside one of the squares. Try to center it in the square, like this. Carefully cut it out, and use this as a mold to copy the oval onto the other square. Very good. Now draw a very strange character. Draw his nose and his mouth as if he was saying, "Oh!" And as a final touch, we'll give him a bow tie. When you're done, carefully cut out the pieces. Now place the mold on the boxes and copy the oval onto them. This outline will help you put the pieces in the right place. First apply glue to the oval cutout and stick it onto the oval outline just made. Glue the parts of the character onto the other box, keeping the oval outline in mind as reference. Here go the eyes, and everything else. And see how funny it looks? Now we have the two parts that we need to make as many stamps as you want. Look, we have the face here and the features. But before you begin, you need to find paper that's the size of the box. And also make a cut on the lid like this, because this is where you'll be inserting your pages through. And now, all that's left to do is add some paint to the foam and stamp.
Okay.
Find the slot you made on the lid of the box and slip a page inside, like this. Then paint the rubber foam oval cutout entirely. Use plenty of paint, you'll soon see why. Without letting it dry, press the oval down onto the page. Press hard so that the oval is printed on the page nicely before removing the box. Now we'll work on the other box. We'll start with the hair. Once it is colored, press it down against the page and press it hard again to print the hair. Use a cloth to clean off any excess paint and work on the eyes. Remember, color, print, remove the box, and you have the eyes. Follow the same technique with each one of the parts of the crazy character. Then remove the page, and there you have your first character created with your own stamp. As a final touch, you can add a few details with black marker. And here is the final result of the finished stamp. Remember that you can use any of your favorite colors. Look, here is a stamp design of a character winking his eye. You can have fun making these crazy creations, putting together different stamps and mix them. This one here is a mix of parts from both characters.
Wow!
He looks so elegant with his hat and bow tie. And you know what? If you really like this technique, you can create and mix as many stamps as you can imagine. You will make really fun prints. Look at the stamp of this funny clown. And here is a quirky looking lady with a very pretty necklace. Now that you know how to make stamp prints, it's your turn to design your own characters.
Yes!
I got so excited about this technique that I couldn't stop making stamps. I have such a talent for changing my look. I don't want to sound vain, but it's obvious that everything looks good on me. My mom was right. I am the most handsome coconut tree.
You have a special talent, and you would like to let others know about your talent. One way is to put a symbol on your door that represents your talent, like this Art Attack star.
Ah!
And everyone will know that behind this door is an artist at work. It has a symbol in the middle that identifies with the artist, a palette, and a paintbrush. Now the first thing you have to do is to draw a star.
Okay.
Want to know a really easy way to draw a star? Watch closely.
Okay.
To draw a star, make an arrow pointing upward. Now, at its base, make another smaller arrow also pointing upward. Then, make a triangle here, pointing downward. The points will come together here, and you will have made your star.
See how easy it is to draw a star? You can show this technique to all of your friends. Now, to continue, cover the cardboard with a transparent plastic sheet or a used plastic bag
Okay.
and tape it at the back
Oh,
like this.
wow.
This will enable you to shape a star on top with paper mache, and it allows you to peel it off easily. For paper mache, you're going to need pieces of newspaper, water, and glue. First, you have to put the pieces of newspaper in the bowl of water like this. It's very important to let it soak in the water for a whole day. Now watch what comes next.
Okay.
When the newspaper has absorbed all of the water, put it in a sieve and press down on it to drain the water. When it is properly drained, add glue and mix it until a solid mass forms. It should look like this. We now have our paper mache. Now start to apply small pieces of paper mache on the drawing of the star. Use your hand to flatten it until it is smooth, like this. Leave the tips uncovered. That way, they will be rounded, and when you're done, make the figure nice and neat with an ice cream stick and some glue. Make sure you flatten it as much as possible. Finally, before the paper mache dries, use a pencil to make a small hole in the top point of the star.
Look, once the paper mache has dried, it will be as hard as rock. And to think it's just paper, glue, and water. Now it's time to show all your friends that you're an art star. Bring your brushes and paint and let your talent shine.
Okay.
Since it is an artist's sign, we'll draw a circle in its center and a few paint stains. Now we'll paint them different colors. Here we'll use green and here purple. See how nice it looks? You can use the color combination that you like the most, and that goes best with the door to your bedroom. This stain will be red. Add a little bit more here. And the circle in its center will be white. You'll see why.
In a minute.
Now we'll color in the rest of the star yellow. We are almost done. But there's still a detail that's missing. Can you imagine what it is? Of course. Trace the outlines with a black marker and draw the symbol in the center that will identify you. The artist's paintbrush and palette.
It looks great. You can hang it on your bedroom door and soon everyone will be asking you for an autograph. Now that you know how to make your own Star of Fame, you can create other symbols. If you have the passion for music and you love the sound of strings, take a look at this electric guitar. Hang it on your door and its bright red color will attract an audience. And if you enjoy telling stories and you want to be a great film director, here's the camera that will make you famous.
Oh.
Cool, that looks quite awesome. Now it's your turn to express your talent. Have fun trying it yourself and
And
there'll
we'll
be
take
more
you
to color
to the
and create
circuit
in the
next Art Attack.
Bye.
Bye.